Well, hey there, my friend. Welcome back to the Creative Shop Talk podcast. I just whacked my mic. Hopefully that doesn't sound too funny. Also, everybody in my neighborhood are doing loud things, lawnmowers and chainsaws and all the things. So, it is what it is. This is reality. This is just real. We're just keeping it real around here at the Creative Shop Talk podcast. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. I am super, I don't know what the word is. I'm sparked or on fire or whatever the word is. I've had some incredible conversations this week with a lot of my clients and retailers and just a lot of my client retailers that I work with, and just having some great conversations. And we are continuing our coffee chat series, shorter, quicker, little, just helpful, hopefully, podcast episodes for you this summer. And today's episode, I'm bringing up some conversations and some things that I've been chatting with my clients about. So clients inside my Retailers Inner Circle program, some of my private clients, some people in my mastermind, and there's been a few things that have come up around mindset. Now, again, don't shy away. I've got some mantras, affirmations. I don't know, I'm not a woo-woo girl, but there's some things that my clients have told me that have been helpful over the last month on reframing things and flipping the script, as I like to say, flip the script on the way we're thinking of some things. So I'm going to share some of those with you today. And if you've ever had a moment where you're like, what am I even doing? Like, what is this all about? We all have those days. Everybody has those days. So this is more about grounding, business saving truths, if you will, to help you move forward when everything feels really messy. So let's jump into it. Running a retail business doesn't have to be so hard. Welcome to the Creative Shop Talk podcast, the go-to podcast for creative shop owners, studio owners, and independent retailers. I'm your host, Wendy Batten, retail business coach and mentor. Each week, I'll share simple, proven business strategies, inspiring stories from fellow retailers, and advice from industry experts. Together, we're going to work to find the success you want from your retail business with more profits in your till and a little more joy in your life. Okay, so again, as I mentioned, I'm having conversations with retailers every day. I do just wonderful conversations with retailers, but it's not all sunshine and roses. We know that, right? It gets in our head, right? Things get in our head. It happens. So one of the things, and I literally had a moment with a client last week, and she's going to know I'm talking about her here. And I was just going to say her name, but I better not. So here's the thing. When perfectionism is killing your momentum. This happens. So sometimes if you're just stuck in this perfectionism, it's going to kill any kind of forward movement and momentum that you are looking for. So we have all heard the line, done is better than perfect, because progress is better than perfection. B+ work is better than A all the time. And I know that makes you squirm. I know. But it's really, really important that we're getting it done. Sitting in indecision, sitting in trying to make it perfect, spending 16,000 hours on Canva, or in my client's case, it was her front window, her store window. She was trying to make it perfect for this upcoming seasonal thing that was happening in her town, and she was overthinking it. And I mean, hey, look, I'm the queen of overthinking too. I get it. And she wanted it to be perfect, and she has special guests coming, and her whole town has special guests coming. There's a lot of things riding. Her whole business was riding on this one perfect window, which is not true, but that's the story she was making up in her head. And the answer, and I basically said to her, you're losing time and momentum for this event. You can't get excited about it. You can't, the whole town, everybody else has got their windows done. You don't. So she was hoping to do this certain thing with her window, and it just wasn't panning out. So I'm like, done is better than perfect. Get it done. Get it done. So I want this mantra in your head. Done is better than perfect. So you can even set, I set 24-hour rules for small tasks sometimes. I give myself I've got a day to get these things done. And even if they're imperfect, it's happening. It's happening. It's getting out in the wild. And we've all done that. So when perfectionism is killing your momentum, remember, done is so much better than perfect. And my particular client said that she loves it when I remind her that B plus work is okay. And again, stop squirming. I know you're squirming, but sometimes it's okay. There's certain things that B plus work is okay with. Okay, the second thing that has come up a lot lately is a client told me the other day, like she's trying to do it all at once, and it feels like she's drowning. Like it's just like there's so many things coming at her. So here's the answer to that. You do not have to do it all at once. You do not have to do it. There's a framework to do it. Like there's a way to do it all. You should be building your business foundationally, like bit by bit. So if you were thinking about building a house, you would build a strong foundation first. I've shared this before. So you don't have to do it all at once. It's not meant, you're not trying to put the roof on and you still haven't done your foundation. And my client's example is she was like trying to perfect her website and the Shopify app and all of her pieces in her Shopify, and it was just feeling like really heavy. And she was also, trying to plan events and trying to do things. And I'm like, okay, prioritize the top 3 things like that are foundational. So the website is great, but that's not bringing customers in the door. The event was going to bring customers in the door. Hours and hours and hours on her website was kind of ridiculous because that was not a profit driver in her business. It's a nice to have. And that was her priority. Yours might be different. So just remembering your priorities and building it from the reverse engineer the important things, like the right way to do things. So we don't have to do it all at once. We should not be doing it all at once. So hopefully that's helpful. Complete one thing, complete the foundation, and then build up. All right, this one here has come up quite a bit, and it's imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome creeps in, and self-doubt, and what am I even doing? And this was one, like this literally, all of these tips are all from conversations I've had in the last 2 weeks. And the imposter syndrome was coming from they're doing it better. They know what they're doing. I don't even know, like, why am I even running this store anymore? Like, I'm just a girl who had a dream and I opened the door, that kind of thing. So listen, stop doubting yourself. The dreamiest clients love, like your good, beautiful clients out there, they need you and they are looking for you. They are looking for the version of you that you are right now, the shop that you are right now. They want your shop to exist. So stop doubting yourself. You can build skills. That's what I'm here for, just so you know. That's what we do inside my programs. You can build skills. You can get better at things, but you are uniquely you, and your business is uniquely its business itself. But your brand is needed in your community. So when you're feeling this doubt or this imposter syndrome creeping in and you're wondering what you're doing, and I know you're like being a leader and being a CEO, it's a lot of work. That's like, hello. It's the whole reason I've built my business. I mean, that was because that's where I was. And I started coaching. And if you know my story, we started coaching. I started coaching. I'm not a we, I'm a me. I started coaching because I had to learn all of that myself, right? So imposter syndrome was it's still a daily thing. Like, who are we to do this? Why are we, it happens to everybody. But I'm going to tell you right now, your customers, they need you. Your team, they need you. They want you. They want this version of you. They want you to be they want you to be a confident leader, and you can build your skills, you can build your confidence, but they want your store to exist. So when you start feeling and you start comparing yourself maybe to that perfect shop, that other, the one down the street, I guarantee you that perfect shop owner has moments of imposter syndrome. I've yet to meet anybody who doesn't have an area where they don't feel like less than. But listen, list out what makes your shop unique, your story, your products, your personality. Like this particular client of mine the other day, she's like, I'm just like too much. She is. She's a lot. She's a lot. She knows right now. She knows I'm talking about her. She's like, I'm a lot, and I'm like a lot of energy, and I'm a lot of, and I'm like, your customers love that about you. But her imposter syndrome was coming from, maybe I should be more professional. Maybe I should be more demure. I don't know, whatever. Like there was all these conversations, and maybe I should be more, CEO-ish. And I'm like, you are being a CEO. You're being a CEO because you're being yourself. You're showing up. You're running a beautiful business. And this particular client was building skills. Like she's working on her skill building. She's working on her being, a planner and organized. She's learning the CEO roles. But I want to just remind you that you are so unique, and your story is unique, and your products are unique, and your personality and all of the things that make you are super and awesome, and your brand, right? So I'm assuming that you've created your brand. If you're listening to this, you're probably the owner, the business owner, and the CEO of this business that you have created, and it's beautiful and it's wanted in your community. So when imposter syndrome creeps in and you start to doubt yourself, I want you to haul out that piece of paper or that list that you're going to make with all of your shop's unique things, all of your story, your products, all of the things that make you and your business unique, and you're going to own it. Your clients are looking for you. Your clients are not looking for like a filtered version or, anything different. If you're having doubt, identify what those doubts are and what, if they're skills or if it's business or whatever it is, and then call me. No, call me. No. Okay, well, seriously, you can call me, but contact me or figure out what it is that's causing that imposter syndrome. And you know what? You can be happy for that person if this is a comparison thing, which is where sometimes imposter syndrome comes in. If you see that Susie down the road or online or wherever you see Susie in her Instagram and she's like TikToking and making 1 million people happy on her TikTok, be happy for her. Start from a place of grace and say, wow, that's really cool that she's running her business that way. Yay, her. Like have that abundance mindset, and it flips the script because you're uniquely you and you're doing things your way. And if you feel like there's a change that you need to make, it's not because Susie's dancing on TikTok or her shop seems to have 1 million people walking in the door and yours don't. Like ask yourself, what is the root cause of that? Why is that triggering you? That's a whole other episode. We'll have a whole other episode. But your dream clients are there for you. They love you, and your brand is, they want you, not a filtered version of you. They want you. So please make a list of your shop's unique everything. Unique everything. Your story, your products, your personality, everything that makes you and your brand what it is, and haul that sheet. Keep it in your wallet if you have to. Haul that out because you already have all the ingredients that you need. So please be careful with imposter syndrome and self-doubt. Okay. When you feel unsure about leading your team, this comes from another client. So she's like, I'm not a very good boss, and I'm shrinking is what one, this is actually the word my client said. She's like, I'm shrinking. I'm not saying what I want. I'm not feeling like leading a team is my jive, or her, I can't remember what she said, but like she didn't feel like it was her thing. Here's the truth. Stand up straight, put your CEO on. You are the expert. You need to act it like it. So this is my tough love session I had with her. So that's what I told her. I said, you are the boss. Stop saying you're not. Like, stand up straighter. Do the whole, if you've ever seen Ted Lasso and Rebecca does the whole like rah thing. Oh, this is not on video. You have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm like, she stands up in her power pose, and you are the expert. You are the CEO. You are the owner of this business. Act like it. Lead with confidence. If you portray confidence and you can lean in and be less confident behind the scenes. Like that's what they do with me. That's what my clients do with me. They can be honest with me and tell me like, I am not feeling confident. But when you are forward facing with your team, when you're forward facing with your clients, you need to be an expert. You need to be in a role of a CEO. And that is just what it is. You have to lead with confidence. So you want to build up your confidence mantra, I guess. And again, just keep telling yourself, I am the expert. I need to act like it. That's literally what my client tells herself, because you are. You are the CEO. You've built this beautiful business. It's amazing what you're doing already. If you have to, get into the nitty gritty. So here's the thing with team. If you are avoiding direct conversations with your staff, you're hesitating to share maybe the goals, or you're feeling maybe small. This is some of the wording that my clients have shared with me. They're feeling small around their team, or they just don't know how to do it. Host a quick team check-in, schedule some things, write down what needs to happen, and pull the Band-Aid off. Those freedom is on the other side of difficult conversations. So freedom is on the other side of difficult conversations. You will feel so much freer, but it's up to you. You have to put the CEO hat on, take your invisible or your imaginary, or I know some of you actually have CEO hats if you've worked with me, and you may have a CEO hat already. Put your hat on, the physical or virtual version of it. Stand up a little bit straighter, get your confidence, and just make those decisions, pulling the Band-Aid off. Don't wallow in it, be confident. And I know that's like, I know I'm saying it, but I mean it. This is your job. This is what you have to do. This is your role. This is part of your job. So again, have a quick check-in with your team, share plans, do something, make an action, take action towards this feeling of lack of confidence when you're leading your team, because you need to lead. And there, again, whole kinds of podcasts, lots of trainings and lots of things. But the mantra I'd love for you to have in your head around this is, you're the expert, act like it. Okay, last but not least, when you feel like everything's falling apart, and again, literally quote from one of my clients, I want you to remember the very famous Marie Forleo quote. This is your mantra or quote for this area. When you feel like everything's falling apart, remember, everything is figure outable. You've done hard things before. Things have happened before. And instead of take your minute and be okay with it all falling apart, or things are happening, because things are always going to happen. Entrepreneurial life, it's a full joy package. Everything's not always awesome. So, but everything is figure outable. So if your sales are low, or your POS system glitches, or your staff call in sick, all of these things feel like chaos, right? They feel like chaos sometimes, and it's just awful. So your action around this is to pause, do a brain dump of all of these things, circle the ones you can take action on, ask for help. Who's in your circle? Who's in your, who can you ask for help around different things? Who can help you? I always say, go to your who's first, right? Who can help me with this? It doesn't have to be you. And it's taken me a long time to understand that who my who's are and how I can lean in on them. But I do want to remind you, everything is figure outable. So if I'm one of your who's, if you're in any of my containers, please lean into me. This is, or in our mastermind group, or in the Retailers Inner Circle, I have seen people lean in and say, blah, I need help. This is happening. I can't get in, my Canva is not working, or, what do you guys do with this and whatever. This is why you want community around you who get it too. But literally everything is figure outable. There's a solution for everything. So again, if you're in one of my containers, if you're one of my close proximity clients, Voxer me. You know how to Voxer me if you're one of my client, and that's what I get a lot. It's like, I'm panicking, things are happening, and somebody who's not in it can help you figure it out. So that's what I like to do. I'm really good at that part too. But if you don't have me, you're not in my container, you want to be, reach out. I'm available at wendybatten.com. You can reach in or jump into my DMs, and we'll see if there's any programs that would be helpful to you. But in the moment, and if you're not in my containers or you're not in my proximity groups, listen, remind yourself, everything is figure outable. You've done hard things before. Let's do it again. So pause, do a brain dump, figure out what it is that you can take action on, and who can help you. So there you are, my friends. And that was a little bit longer of a coffee chat, but I did, things have been on people's minds lately. So if any of these things, I hope they are helpful to you. Some of the mantras, done is better than perfect. You don't have to do it all at once. Your dreamy clients are looking for you. You're the expert, act like it, and everything is figure outable. Kind of some different reframes, I think, maybe on stories and tips we've shared before. So when you are having a what am I even doing week, remember these feelings are normal. They're so normal and everybody goes through them. They don't have to derail you, and a little bit of progress, and don't beat yourself up, but progress beats perfection. Your customers want the real you. I just want to remind you of that. The customers want you, flaws and all. We all have flaws. If anything, it's kind of funny now. If anything, right now, the flaws are they're actually a good thing. This is a whole conversation around AI, but this perfection is fake, right? Perfectionism is fake. It's not, nobody's perfect. I don't know any human that's perfect. There are no humans that are perfect. AI might be perfect. Anyway, that'll be a podcast for another day, but you are imperfect, and you know what? You are perfectly imperfect, and that's awesome. Like, that is really great. And it's actually, your customers are going to love that too. Your team, everybody, just give yourself some grace and some space. You already have what it takes to figure it out. You're awesome as it is. I want to remind you, jump into my DMs if you'd like to continue this conversation around these, or if you have a mantra, or if you have one of these. I would love to hear what works for you. I love, love, love when you jump into my DMs over on Instagram at wendybatten.biz. And I do want to remind you as well, too, if you want clarity around our new program is helping with clarity around your numbers. If you want some help around that, it's an easy way to plan for more profitable months, especially with everything that's coming up, the great season that's coming up ahead. If you're looking for help, grab my new back of the napkin retail profit workshop. You can get that at wendybatten.com/profit. And I'm so happy you're here. I just really want to say thank you. I'm clinking my virtual coffee mug up to you right now, and hope you have a great week ahead. We'll be back next week with another coffee break for you. So thanks for joining me for my quick tip, although it's a little bit longer. And remember to keep moving forward. You are awesome, my friend. We'll see you next week. Well, that's it for this week's episode of the Creative Shop Talk podcast. I'm so glad that you were here to join us this week, and I hope you found value in what we're sharing here. I want to remind you that our website has all of the show notes. You can find it at wendybatten.com/podcast. Everything that you need to hear about today's podcast is there. Also an opportunity if you need to reach out to me. If I can support you in any way whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. So thanks for joining us. Please leave a review, subscribe if you can, and never miss an episode. We hope to see you back here again next week. Thanks, my friend. Have a great week.